Hey, good morning. This is Joe from Citrus County Porch Life, bringing you a daily word for men for December 7th, 2024. And the word for today is awe-inspiring. When the crowd saw this, they were filled with awe, and they praised God who had given them such authority to man. As they climbed that many steps, thoughts came to mind of the multitudes of people who had climbed before them. How many people walked before? How many ethnicities? The steps were worn in places where others had consistently walked. It was a sure sign that millions had been here before, and no wonder why. It was an amazing feat of human engineering and work. The wall was up to 8 meters in height and over 5 meters thick at the top in some sections. It could be seen from the moon. When they reached a high point, they stopped and turned to look over the incredible view, mountains and valleys with beauty all around. If we think humanity is somehow limited, it only takes visiting the Great Wall of China and trying that together with the people in space who can see it. Two awe-inspiring moments come together in a beautiful experience. We see the incredible creation of God made in humans and what we can do. How do you think that God sees you? Now, this is definitely just me, but I think he sees me as a great struggler. Uh, I've had great success, but I struggle to get there. On the good side, I have stick to itiveness, and I'll keep going until I get the job done. But it's very difficult. People think I have it easy, and I don't really. I think he sees me as a person in great need of God's grace 24/7. It's available to me 24/7, and there's no reason I shouldn't be using it all that I can. The grace emanates from God, never stops, never diminishes. It's always as much as you need. And this is very, 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 very true in my life. And it's caused me sorrow, and it's caused me probably to waste most of the 1970s and 1980s. One easily lost if I stray from the straight path. And I'm particularly talking about my drinking period. I wasn't sober very much during the 70s and 80s. I got sober in 1991 and been sober since then. But I was lost in alcoholism. Lost as you can get, even though I didn't have legal jackpots and things that a lot of people have. I was at a bottom, a very low bottom. I think God also sees me as someone who loves him, even though for many years I didn't show it. I was never without belief in him, in his goodness and mercy and grace. So that's pretty much you know, how I think God sees me. Kind of as a pitiable person at some points in my life. And but now I'm never very far from his word. Daily reading of the Old Testament and the New Testament. Just in the last 4 years, I estimate I've read the New Testament at least 12 times because it's as I do the Old Testament, it's shorter in its cycles. And so by the time I get through all the Old Testament, I've already read the New Testament like 3.5 times. So, it's a daily deep dive into God's words, and that's fine with me. Hope it's not too bright. It's a little too cold to go out on the porch because I have my daily attire on. I have shorts on, and yeah. So that's the daily word for the day, awe inspiring. I hope you got something out of it. When the crowd saw this, they were filled with awe, and that's how we should be. God should be awe inspiring to us. We should have a very good fear of the Lord, and that doesn't mean be afraid, but realize His majesty and power and His ability to do anything that He wants. I don't know if I meant that was Matthew 9:7-8, the New International Version. So God bless and see you tomorrow.